Hello Junior 6, welcome to the third lesson in Unit 1, Adding and Subtracting Integers. Today we will learn how to add and subtract integers, but first let's start how to do this by using the number line. Let's look at few examples on adding integers with the same sign. I mean adding two positive numbers or two negative numbers. Example 1. If I want to add positive 5 plus positive 3, I will start from 0 and move 5 places to the right to show 5, and from 5 move more 3 places to the right to add 5. This movement takes you to 8. So 5 plus 3 equal 8. So the sum of two positive integers is positive integer. Example number 2. If I want to find the sum of two negative integers, negative 5 plus negative 4, start at 0 and move 5 places to the left to show negative 5, and from negative 5 move 4 places to the left to add negative 4. This movement takes you to negative 9. So negative 5 plus negative 4 equal negative 9. So the sum of two negative integers is a negative integer. Now let's go to add positive integers and a negative integer. Here on the number line, let's find example 3. Find 3 plus negative 5. As usual, start at 0. Move 3 places to the right to show 3, and from 3 move 5 places more to the left to add negative 5. This movement takes you to negative 2. So 3 plus negative 5 equal negative 2. So let's see example 4. Find negative 5 plus positive 2. Again, start from the 0, move 5 places in the negative direction to show negative 5. Move 2 places more to the right, and this movement takes you to negative 3. So negative 5 plus positive 2 equal negative 3. From this, we can say that the sum of a positive integer and a negative integer will have the sign of the integer with the greater numerical value. Generally, we can say that when we add two integers with the same sign, we find the sum and keep the same sign. Like this, if I want to add two positive numbers, the answer will have a positive sign and I will make both integers plus. So same sign, find the sum, put the same sign. Same sign, add, find the sum and keep the same sign. If I want to add two negative integers, I will find their sum and I will keep the negative sign in the answer. If I want to add two positive, I will get the sum and keep the positive sign. If I want to add two negative numbers, I will get the sum and keep the negative sign. What if I want to add two integers with different signs? One of them is positive and the other is negative. So here I have two different signs, find the difference between them and keep the greater sign. So I will make subtract between the two numbers and I will put the greater sign. I will search for which one of them has a greater numerical value and I will put its sign on the answer. So different signs, find the difference, keep the greater sign. Same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. Different sign, find the difference, keep the greater sign. Again, for the last time, same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. Different signs, find the difference, keep the greater sign. Let's solve some exercises to be sure that you understand this idea. Find the result of the following if I want to add 8 plus 4. So here, two positive integers, two positive. So same sign, find the sum. So I will just add 8 plus 4 and I know it is 12 and the sign must be the same, both of them positive, so the sign must be positive in the answer. So the answer is positive 12. What about negative 7 plus negative 2? Same sign, find the sum. Same sign here, both of them negative, so I will add them and I will find the sum of them. 7 plus 2 equal 9. And what about the sign? The sign must be the same. Keep the same sign. So negative in both the numbers, so the answer must be negative. Here, negative 2 plus 8. Negative 2 plus 8. So here, different sign, and I have to find the difference. Different signs, find the difference, keep the greater sign. So I will have to subtract 8 and 2. 8 minus 2 equal 6. What about the sign? The sign will be for the greater number with the greatest numerical value. Which is greater, 8 or 2? I will ignore the sign of negative 2. I will ignore the sign of the negative. I will just compare the numerical value, 8 or 2. 8 is greater than 2. 8 is positive, then the answer will be positive. Positive 6. Last one, negative 5 plus 3. Here, different sign, find the difference. So 5 minus 3 equal 2. What about the sign? Keep the greater sign. Which is greater, 5 or 2? 5. Yes, I'm just comparing numerical value. 5 is greater than 3. 5 is greater than 3. So the answer must have the difference, the sign of negative. So the answer is negative 2. And this is how to find the sum without using the number line. Let's see the properties of addition in Z. Properties of addition. Number 1, closure property. Closure property. What is the meaning of closure property? It means that when you add two integers, the sum must be integer. So the sum of two integers is an integer. The sum of two integers is an integer. Example, I know that negative 3 belong to Z and 5 belong to Z. So if I want to find their sum, negative 3 plus 5, different signs, find the difference. So 5 minus 3 equal 2 and the sign is positive. Is positive 2. So here positive 2 is belong to Z. Okay, number 2, commutative property or commutative. Commutative property. Commutative means that when you switch the order of the addition operation, it will not affect on the answer. So if a, b are two integers, then a plus b is the same b plus a. I just change the order of the numbers a and b, so they will give me the same answer. For example, -6 plus 9, different signs, find the difference, put the greater sign. 9 minus 6 equals 3, and 9 is greater than 6, so the answer is positive 3. So what if I make 9 plus -6? I just change the order of the numbers. 9 plus -6 is the same, equal 3. Property number 3, associative or associative property. Associative property. Associative means if I have 3 integers and I want to add these 3 integers, I can group any 2 of them and add them first, then add the third. So here a plus b plus c. I can make a plus b in one bracket and add them, then add to them the c. Or I can add b plus c, then add a. Let's see an example. 4 plus -2 plus 6. I can solve this in many ways. First, I can add 4 plus -2 in one bracket and add 6. Here 4 plus -2, different signs, find the difference, put the greater sign, so the answer is 2 plus 6. It will give me 8. 2 plus 6 equal 8. What if I want to add 4 plus 6? If I want to add 4 plus 6, then add -2. I will add the positive numbers, then add to them the negative number. 4 plus 6, I know it is 10, plus -2, different signs, find the difference. So 10 minus 2 equal 8, and 10 is greater, so the answer is positive 8. So the both answers are 8, so there is no change in the answer if you group any numbers you want. So the addition has the associative property. When you see these brackets, it is the associative property. The existence of the additive identity element in Z. What is the additive identity element? The 0 is the additive identity. So 0 is the additive identity. Why we called 0 is the additive identity? Because when you add the 0 to any integer, the integer has no change. If you make 2 plus 0 is the same 0 plus 2, and the answer will be 2. And the last one, the existence of additive inverse or opposite. Additive inverse or opposite in Z. So what is the meaning of additive inverse or the opposite? I know that any number in the integer has an opposite, but keep the number and change the sign. So I know that the additive inverse of 5 is -5. But what if I add 5 plus -5? If I add 5 to -5, the answer will be 0. If you earn £5, then you lose £5, so you got nothing. Earn 5 and lose 5, you have nothing. The additive inverse of -9 is 9. If you add them, if you add the number to its additive inverse, the answer is 0. -9 plus 9 equal 0. Let's continue the exercises. Write the property of addition in the set of Z in each of the following. Here, number A, -3 plus 5 equal 5 plus -3. here I can see that the same numbers or the same integers but with different places. There is a change in the places. So this is called commutative property. Number B, brackets -3 plus 5 and plus 6 equal -3 plus between brackets 5 plus 6. So here I just change the place of the brackets. So this is the associative property. Yes, associative property. When you change the place or when you see brackets, so this is associative property. Here number C, 12 plus -12 equal 0. 12 and its additive inverse and their sum is 0. So this is the additive inverse property. Exercise number 3. Complete each of the following. Number A, 5 plus -2 equal -2 plus space. Here I have just a missing number, -2 in both sides, so the missing is 5, and this is for the commutative property. So the missing number is 5. Now 6 plus space equals 0. What is the number that I add to 6 and it gives me 0? I know that when you add a number to its additive inverse, the sum equal 0. So 6 plus the additive inverse of 6, -6. And number C is -9 plus space equals 0. I know again -9 plus 9 equals 0. 9 is the additive inverse of -9 when you add them, so the answer is 0. Number D, -2 plus between brackets space plus 5 equal -2. So what is the number if I add to the 5 and I add them to -2? The answer will be -2. To find the answer -2, so I have to add 0 to -2. -2 plus 0 equal -2. So I have to make the brackets or the number result from this bracket equal 0. So 5 plus -5, yes, -5 plus 5 equal 0. If I add to -2, the sum will be -2. The additive inverse of 0 is, yes, I need you to know this information, that 0 has no additive inverse because 0 is neither negative nor positive. So 0 has no additive inverse and its additive inverse is 0. The additive inverse of -2 is, I will just put the 2 and change the sign. Yes, +2. Use the property of addition to find. This is an important question. Please focus. Property of addition. So he will give you an operation and he needs the answer by using the properties of addition. We studied commutative, associative, additive inverse, additive identity, and closure, of course. So here I have -44 plus 30 plus 44. -44 and 44, both of them are two additive inverse. So if I collect them together, I will make the exercise more easier. So I will just change the places and bring the 44 beside -44. What did I do here? I have here commutative property. I have to write it beside the operation. So you first write the operation, then write the property beside it. Now I need to collect -44 and 44 and add them together. When I collect in a group or in bracket, this is called, yes, associative property. So when you collect the number to its additive inverse in one bracket or collect any two numbers to add them together, This is associative property. Then add 30. Now the next step. Negative 44 plus 44 equal 0. Why? Because negative 44 and 44 are two additive inverse. Plus 30. And what is this property called? The 0 came from the sum of two additive inverse. This 0 came from the sum of two additive inverse. So I will call this property additive inverse property because of the 0. The 0 here is from negative 44 plus 44. So this is from additive inverse property. When you add 0 to 30, you have 30. What is the reason that you write 30? Because when you add 30 to the additive identity, which is 0, so the 30 has no change, doesn't change. So 30 came from adding 30 to 0. So this 30, I will call it additive identity. Again, I will call this 30 additive identity. Why? Because it is a result of adding 30 to the additive identity, which is the 0. Let's solve another one. 25 plus negative 8 plus negative 25 plus 7. Here I can see 25 plus negative 8, and I can see here negative 25. So I need to get 25 and negative 25 close to each other. So I will change the places. So this is commutative property. 25 plus negative 25 plus negative 8 plus 7. Now I will collect 25 and negative 25 in one bracket, and then I will add negative 8 plus negative 7 together. So I will make groups. This is called associative property. Negative 25 plus 25 in one bracket plus a new bracket negative 8 plus 7. I know that negative 25 plus 25, the sum of two additive inverse, is 0, plus negative 8 plus 7, different sign, find the difference, keep the greater sign. Difference between 8 and 7 is 1. The sign is negative. Here the answer is negative 1. What will we call this property? I will call it additive inverse because the 0 is a result of adding two additive inverse numbers. When we add them, the answer is 0. So this 0 is a result for the additive inverse property. When you add any integer to 0, the integer doesn't change, so the answer is negative 1. Why negative 1? Because the property of additive identity. So the last one is additive identity. So just be sure that additive inverse comes before additive identity. Okay, now I will come to subtraction. Coming to subtraction, it is so important at first to know that if a and b are two integers, so a minus b is the same or equal to a plus negative b. This is very important rule. It will help you to solve the subtraction problem easily. So I will just change the sign of subtraction into addition. Then change the sign of the second number. If it is positive, make it negative. If it is negative, make it positive. So again, a minus b is the same a plus negative b. This rule will help you to solve any subtraction problem. Let's find out why a minus b equal a plus negative b. Let's take an example. I know that 5 minus 2, as we said, is the same. I want to prove that 5 minus 2 is the same 5, change the minus into plus negative 2, and 2 positive, I will change it into negative 2. So here 5 minus 2 is the same 5 plus 2. I know that 5 minus 2 easily is 3. Let's find 5 plus negative 2. Different signs, find different signs, find the difference. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Keep the greater sign. Which is greater, 5 or 2? 5 is greater, 5 is positive, then the answer is positive 3. So as you can see here, both operations equal positive 3. So 5 minus 2 is the same 5 plus negative 2. Change the subtraction into plus, then change the sign of the the second number in the operation. Let's solve some exercises to just be sure that you understand this topic. On subtraction, find the result of the following. 8 minus 4. I know you can find it easily. 8 minus 4 is 4, but let's solve it as we practice. First, we will change the positive into plus, the negative into plus, the minus into plus. I will change the minus operation into positive or plus operation. So here it is 8 plus 4 is positive. I will change it into negative. Now it is 8 plus negative 4. Different signs, find the difference. Different signs, find the difference. 8 minus 4 is 8, and the sign will be positive because 8 is greater than 4. Another one, negative 7 minus negative 2. Negative 7 minus negative 2. I will change the subtraction sign, the minus, into plus. So it will be negative 7 plus. What about negative 2? Negative, I will change it into positive. Negative 7 plus 2. Here, negative different sign. Find the difference. So 7 minus 2 equal 5. What about the sign? 7 has a greater numerical value than 2, so the answer must be negative 5. So negative 7 minus negative 2 is the same negative 7 plus 2, and the answer is negative 5. Another one, negative 2, negative 8. Both of them, here I have a negative or a minus sign. I can read it like negative 8 minus 8 to be accurate. Negative 2 minus 8. Negative 2 will be the same. The minus will be positive or plus, sorry. The minus will be plus, and 8 will be negative 8. So negative 8 will be here, sorry, negative 2 plus negative 8. Negative 2 plus negative 8, same sign. Find the sum. Keep the same sign. Same sign. Find the sum. Keep the same sign. So 2 plus 8 is 10. And what about the sign? Keep the same sign. Negative and negative. The answer has a negative sign. So the answer is negative 10. What if 5 minus negative 3? 5 will be as it is. The minus will be plus. Negative 3 will be positive 3. So this is 5 plus 3. And easily I know that 5 plus 3 is 8. So the answer is 8. I hope you understand the difference, subtraction and addition. When you keep practicing, it will be more easier. Let's take the properties of subtraction. Closure property. Subtraction of two integers is an integer. So subtraction or subtracting two integers numbers is an integer. Example, when you subtract, I know that negative 3 and 9 belong to Z, and negative 3 minus 9. So I will change the sign, negative 3 plus negative 9. Negative 3 plus negative 9, same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. Same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. So 3 plus 9 equal 12, and keep the same sign. The sign here in both numbers is negative, so negative 12. Commutative property. Is subtraction has the commutative property? I know that if a, b are two integers, then a minus b doesn't equal b minus a. Let's prove this. If you know that negative 6 minus 9 equal 3, can you find 9 minus negative 6? When you find 9 minus negative 6, you will find the answer is 15. So commutative property doesn't go with subtraction. When you change the places of the numbers, you will not have the same answer. What about associative property? If a, b and c are three integers, then a minus b in brackets minus c doesn't equal a minus if you subtract b minus c together. So when you group a minus b and subtract c, will not be the same answer as you subtract b minus c and then subtract them from a. Let's see an example. 5 minus 3 minus 1. If I group 3 minus 1 in one bracket, I know that 3 minus 1 is the same 3 plus negative 1. 3 plus negative 1 is 2. So 5 minus 2 equal 3. What if I make another bracket? Here I will group 5 and 3. 5 minus 3, then minus 1. 5 minus 3 is equal 5 plus negative 3. 5 plus negative 3, then minus 1. 5 plus negative 3 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So here, in this side I have 3 and the other side I have 1. So the two answers are not the same. So subtraction is not associative property. Doesn't go with the associative property. So subtraction doesn't go with commutative or associative. Let's solve another exercise. If a equals 3, b equal negative 4, c equal negative 2, then find the value of a plus b, then b plus c, then a minus b, and b minus c. First, I will start with a plus b. Just replace the symbol a, b, and c with the numerical value 3 and negative 4 and negative 2. So here I know that a is 3 and b is negative 4. So this means 3 plus negative 4. 3 plus negative 4. Different signs. Find the difference. Keep the greater sign. 4 minus 3 is 1. And the greater sign as a greater number is 4 with the negative sign. So the answer is negative 1. let's see number B. This is B plus C. B plus C, I will replace B with negative 4 and C with negative 2. So this is negative 4 plus negative 2. Same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. Same sign, find the sum, keep the same sign. So 4 plus 2 equals 6 with the same sign negative. So the answer is negative 6. Number C, A minus B. Replace A with 3 minus negative 4. B is negative 4. 3 minus negative 4. Change the minus into plus and change the sign of the second number, which means 3 plus positive 4, or 3 plus 4 equal in one shot 7. Number D, B minus C. B equal negative 4 minus negative 2. Negative 4 minus negative 2, change the minus into plus and change the second number, the sign of the second number. Negative 4 plus 2. Different signs, find the difference. 4 minus 2 equal 2. Keep the greater sign, which is negative 2. Okay, Junior 6, this was adding and subtracting integers. Please keep solving the exercises and you will find that it is very easy, and thank you and good luck.